Finding and keeping customers, finding and keeping staff is the core to any business at all. The data and the research from numerous organisations show how important the purpose is in attracting and keeping customers and staff. And as businesses reopen, they pivot and they clamour for market share, the focus is now solely on operations and marketing, added with the focus of just scrambling. The problem is, while we are scrambling, we, and even our team, will forget why we are doing it. Your purpose will attract staff, will keep staff, have staff engaged, attract customers, and retain customers. And the data confirms this. Let's get back to why we got into business, why we do what we do, and that will help grow our business. Welcome to JTInTheRaw, show 263, right through the thin on business. And after just 32 years in business, I have a few things to chew. And this week's show has been inspired by conversations that I've had at Rex Roundtables this week around labour shortage and how we can make ourselves more attractive for people to come and work for us. What do we need to do to get people in to work for us? And as we know, in Australia, Melbourne reopened yesterday or today, and Sydney reopened 10 days ago. Some places around the world have been open for ages. But we're scrambling to get our businesses back to what they were pre-pandemic. So our focus has been on operations, not back at the logistics, the basics of why we got in business. And the foundation of why we got in business and what our purpose is the key to success. So I want you to hold on to your hat for the next 3 or 4 minutes while I give you some data that I hopefully will convince you to spend some time between now and the end of the year focusing on your purpose and why you do what you do. From Edelman Research, 80% of consumers agree that a business must play a role in addressing societal issues. They want a company to take actions which, yes, increase profits, but also improve social conditions. And in fact, they use the words, make the world a better place. A new paradigm study in 2021 found that 64% of consumers say that a company's primary purpose should include making the world better. One of Deloitte's 2026 retail trends is authentic purpose being more important than digital in the next generation of customers. Are you convinced yet? Harvard Business Review companies found companies with a strong sense of purpose are able to transform and innovate better. Executives from these companies that treat purpose as a core driver of strategy and decision making are reported greater ability to drive successful innovation and transformational change from within and their team. A Kantar purpose study demonstrated that over a period of 12 years, the brands with a higher perceived impact in society have brand growth of 175% versus 86% for a medium positive impact and 70% for a low positive impact. Purpose-driven companies had a 40% higher level of workforce retention than their competitors. Benevity, they did an engagement study and found that turnover dropped by an average of 57% in the employee group that were most deeply connected to their company's giving and volunteering efforts. It was found that 66% of employees would switch consumers would switch from a product that they typically buy to a new product from a purpose-driven company. This figure goes up to 91% for millennials. And sustainable brands found that 80% of people say they are loyal to businesses that help them achieve the good life. They found 80% of consumers say they are loyal to businesses that help them achieve the good life. What is the good life? 4 major components: balance and simplicity, meaningful connections, money and status, and personal achievement. Goodness gracious, everything stacks up, doesn't it? Nielsen found that 2 in 3 consumers will pay more for products and services from brands that are committed to making a positive social impact. The problem that we've had is that as we've come out of the pandemic, regardless of whether we're 1 day out of the pandemic or 18 months out of the pandemic, we have been focusing on our operations. And we've forgotten why we got into what we do. And that is the lead attractor. Simon Sinek says it in his book, Start With Why. It is the lead attractor. People follow us, not what we do, but why we do it. And at this present time, we need to attract customers and we need to attract team members. Let's go back. Let's revisit why we do what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, you can bust your boiler. You can spend a shitload of money on marketing to attract customers. You can run around like a chicken with its head cut off. You can be doing any other operational activity, but it will all come crumbling down if you don't have that strong foundation. And that strong foundation is your purpose, your why, how you're giving back, how you're making a change, how you're making a difference. You will simply get stuck in the quagmire of operations. You'll get glued to the ground and it'll be sticky and you won't be able to move forward. To really grow, to really make a difference in your business and in people's lives, you need to be attractive. You need to be attractive to the staff and customers, and your key is your purpose. I want you to revisit it again. Revisit what that purpose is. Reword it. Redefine it. Refocus, relaunch, re-energize your focus on why you do what you do. Purpose will give you a reason to get up and go to work every day. Purpose will give your staff a reason to engage in what they do every day. Purpose will attract customers to you. Purpose is what it's all about. It's hard work. It's not easy. The Harvard Business Review, well, they found that purpose helps define our playing field in a way that opens up new opportunities for growth. Purpose will reshape the value proposition in a way that increases and broadens your mission, creates that holistic value in the business, and will deliver lifetime benefits to stakeholders like you, your team, your customers, and your community. Yep, this is a deeper, meaningful conversation that we're having on a Friday morning at 8 o'clock in JTInTheRaw, but it's an important one. It's an important one. In what's becoming a labour shortage and a scramble for customers, what will attract people back into your business is your purpose. Visit it. Or as I say, reword, refocus, revisit, relaunch, and re-energize that purpose, and then watch your business grow and develop. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got any value out of today's show, if it inspired you to look at your purpose, I'd love to know. Tell me in the comments below, drop me a DM at some stage. I'd love to know if this inspires you to revisit your purpose. If you got any value out of the show, hit the love heart, whether you're watching live or on replay. And it's crazy times at the moment, so we will get a lot of people watching this on replay. So please revisit the foundation for the success of your business, which is your purpose. Why you do what you do. Anyway, have a cracking day. I'm off to the gym. I'll catch you on the flip side.